and I'm sitting down with Ethan Cohen, and he and Joel, whatever happens, he wants to meet people.
Like most things, it's none of my business. Hey, here's a little lesson for the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of shit in the world that happens between two people, brothers and collaborators.
Mm-hmm.
And that stuff that happens is none of your business.
What happens between two brothers is not about you to know.
You're not entitled to that information. They may share it with you if they so choose. And if they don't, you know what you do? Just shut up already.
And I walk in, and he does want to talk about it.
What did happen? Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm like, I don't. Brothers.
You don't want to know. Yeah,
I don't want to hear about this.
That's brother stuff.
But professionally,
they made some brother movies, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The brothers, where the four brothers.
Four brothers.
The brothers, where are you?
Brothers McMulkin.
Mm-hmm. And I'm talking to Ethan. I'm like, so who was it that was actually like doing work? Like, who was like actually
doing this camera and writing it?
Yeah, and he was like, oh, I did all that stuff.
Right.
I did basically everything.
Yeah.
He says, first of all, it was my idea to have the Lebowski be so damn big. And
well, I knew this a little bit because I remember going to an early screening and Joel just couldn't sit still. And he should be smaller. He should be smaller. He should be so much smaller.
And I said, I didn't think he was like unusually like that huge.
Right.
And he was like, did you see him up there? He's like,
are you serious? Yeah.
One of the biggest guys ever.
Yeah. The screen was big too.
I think that's maybe what he was referring to. It's like, okay. He said it was my idea to have Miller do all that crossing.
Right.
It's like, okay, that's pretty smart.
He was the one who made Barton a Fink.
Yeah. Yeah. And he said it was my idea to have some of the country be for old men. And that's where I was like,
none of it was.
I think they said that none of it was for old men. And he was like, you're fucking kidding me.
Yeah, I think Joel recut that. I think he actually went over his head and went behind his back with the studio. Because I had a meeting with Ethan. I didn't get to sit down like you did. We were on treadmills. But what he told me was, he was like, you know the thing I'm most proud of? That we did an entire movie that took place completely outside Llewyn Davis.
Oh, God. Brutal.
I didn't know what to say. I mean,
brutal.
You at least...
Flula, did you take one of these? Because when I left, Nate Cordry was coming in as soon as I left. I could tell that they were like talking to a lot of people.
I mean, a lot of guys, yeah.
Yeah. Did you take one of these, Flula?
I did.
Flula Borg is sorry. If you give me 1 second.
Oh.
Flula Borg returns to Hollywood Handbook and Insider's Guide to Kicking Butt and Dropping Names.
He's back. We got Flula back. All the fucking haters said he'll never come back. They said we treated him like shit. He didn't have fun, and it wasn't anything he would ever do again, that he's only gotten bigger, and we have stayed the same size generously and probably gotten smaller, and that we'd never see him again. Well, look who's sitting in his car and talking to us.
Oh, how the cookie crackles, you bitches. You bitches who doubted it. Yeah. That reminds me, I had a coffee with Karen Cohen.
Oh.
And she was just telling me a lot about how there were umlauts initially on Lebowski, and they wanted to keep them everywhere. And I told her you should add them to more of the films. So I'm waiting to hear back on that. Maybe
Yeah,
Björn after reading.
Björn after reading. What was the one about Cyclops where the man from Roseanne is swinging things with his eyeballs against a tree, and then the man from Peacemaker and J-Lo, what's his name? They're in prison.
Yeah, that's the brothers. Where are you?
Yeah, who are the brothers?
Who are the brothers?
Yeah, where's the brother? Where'd the brother go?
Where'd the brothers go?
Yeah, where are the brothers located?
Karen's their mom.
It's the mom. Looks very young. I thought this
so
was
so good. Yes,
so good, Sean.
Yeah, but she
I didn't realize.
Really nice.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's not get canceled.
Are you
the handbook?
No, I'm not. It's not. You know, I'm not saying anything. People can look nice. Hey, you know what? Unfortunately, for a lot of these, keyboard warriors out there in 2021, people can still look nice, and I can notice that.
Thank you. Listen, type that out, you bitches. Right?
So, did you take one of these? So, Flula.
Yeah.
The Suicide Squad. Javelin.
Yes, these are all nouns. Yep.
We'll talk about that. We'll get into all this. Did you take one of these meetings with Ethan, with Joel? You met with Karen.
I met with Karen. Ethan and Joel and I were MySpace friends for some time. They were both in my top 8. It was them. It was Carrot Top, Bruce Springsteen, and then Emily in Paris.
Emily in Paris.
Wow.
Unrelated to the show.
Yeah, but you were early on that.
I was early adopter. I was like the man.
Was she even in Paris yet?
No, the passport process had just begun there. This is pre-TSA so it was taking some time for her to get there. Someone's about to rear-end me. This is fun. Oh. I'm in my automobile business.
So this will happen.
This will be submitted as a court document, which
it will be. Yes,
I think is pretty exciting.
I'm excited. I'm excited to enter the court of law as a German.
I just think it'd be
deported.
So big for the show. You know, would we be the first video podcast ever to be submitted into evidence?
Yeah, to witness a hit and running. Yes. Anyway, sorry. So I never met with Joel and Ethan, but and then I lost my MySpace password. So
what happened?
No. How'd you lose it?
The original email address, which was Flula Borg is cool @gmail. I lost the password to this, and then I lost because this password was connected to MySpace. I could not reactivate my account.
Okay.
Can I guess what the password was?
Yes.
Flula Borg is Flul.
I mean, that's a better password. I can tell. Well, answer is I don't remember my password. This is the issue, Sean.
Yeah.
So
even if I'm right, you don't know. Yeah.
It's how this is.
And
maybe
are we spelling
correct.
it like CU, or are we moving the OO over? And then there's no way
Nobody
to know.
knows.
So
no one can know.
You'll get locked out trying to figure that out.
Exactly.
I have a question for you. This is something we like to ask all our guests, and I don't want to get out of the way up top. Is so right now, as we record, it's August 27th. I want to know, is it too early for a pumpkin spice latte?
I mean, Sean,
does Starbucks have the pumpkin spice yet?
I know
it's
researching.
Not fall, but
I know, Sean. I've been researching what is the stupidest fucking question I've ever heard, and the number one result was that one, Sean, about the PSL. Okay, it's always time for a PSL.
That's I feel silly for asking. Yeah, not too early. Come on, it's too late. Why didn't I have one already?
I mean, sweet shits on my tits. Cut that. That's inappropriate.
Cut that out, Kevin.
Canceled.
Cut that out. Just have him saying that we look nice.
Thank you. You guys look nice.
Plug that in. Stitch that in.
Stitch it. Yeah, put an ad drop.
Javelin.
Yes, Javelin.
From the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Was he wifed up?
No, Javelin has a very high testosterone.
Too high for marriage.
Is he booed up?
Booed up? I don't know his religion. but I can tell you intercourse is high on his list of activities. It's also low on his list of activities. It's his entire list of activities.
Okay. Just the one activity.
Well, yeah, javelin is a very, very obvious metaphor for his gigantic penis.
So he throws it.
No, he refers to his own genitalia as a javelin, but also his weapon
he's
as a
slinging
javelin.
it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's it's there's not a lot of subtleties with javelin. It's very obvious. WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get.
I like that. You know, I some of these superheroes keep me guessing in this way where I go like, okay, so it's Batman. All right. We made 50 movies of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bat?
Is he a man?
Got, like a bat downstairs?
Yeah.
Right?
Is that like
Is he, this guy swinging a bat?
metaphor?
He got a legit bat
And is this
coming out
guy,
of the freaking bat suit?
Is this other guy hauling around a Green Lantern?
I mean, for what, a campfire?
Swinging, right?
Yeah. Well,
no, but you said WYSIWYG and Hayes, I think
WYSIWYG.
correctly. So speak on this.
WYSIWYG is an acronym. What you see is what you get. Often if you are coding a website, you're using HTML or something like Macromedia Flash, you want to make certain that WYSIWYG, that what you see is what you get. Also,
Love Flash.
Flash, shout out.
I'll use it.
Yep.
I'll go to the site. They'll say you have to download this. I'll download it.
Yep.
Thank you, I say.
And
Yes.
then afterwards, I will go in and I will dispose of it. I want a fresh Flash.
You get a fresh Flash every time.
I don't want to be
Every time.
using old Flash because you don't know, what kind of stuff they've improved since you last were there.
It gets all gummed up, and the webtoons I'm watching.
Oh,
Yeah.
on your Zune.
Yes, they'll gum up the works.
The fucking jib jabs. I'm Santa's elf. I'm dancing to Britney Spears.
Oh man, I'm going to E-Bomb's world, baby. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, live at 5, top 5.
Cheers, mate.
Okay.
Prost to you guys. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock in a location. It's
Here.
here.
Flula, do you want to talk about how you ordered extra small LaCroix cans to make your hands look big on the Zoom?
Well, I don't need to talk about it, Sean, because you just said it. So why don't you order a very large gallon of PSL and shove it up your anus?
A large gallon?
A large gallon. Which just
What
like
weighs
the Lebowski,
more?
not a large gallon or a small gallon.
Yeah.
What are we whipping around these days? What are we sitting in right now?
Yeah.
Oh, this ghostwriting of the whips. This is a leased automobile from Germany. I don't want to say the brand because no one's paying me. I'm paying them. So you know
So
how
they
it
should
goes.
say you.
But some of it's coming home at the end of the year, huh?
Of course. There's lots of gum here to gum up the works. Hayes, what kind of couch are you sitting on? Can you say?
This is also leased from Germany.
Okay. Bang
this
&
is
Olufsen. Okay.
This is Harry's Razors. They have this factory in Germany.
Yeah.
We've had a relationship with them for a really long time.
Oh, great.
And this is a very sharp couch that they make using a lot of the same materials. It's it's not like it's not like a drum fill. Like it is really sharp. It really hurts. It's like genuinely like the definitely the sharpest couch I've ever.
It's pretty uncomfortable. I'm in some ways, no offense, I'm relieved that we don't record in person because there was a period where we would both sit on the couch and then I would have to treat Hayes' wounds afterward.
You would. So it breaks the skin.
Yeah,
the way he sits, he kind of like he does a lot of. It looks like you're holding still, but he does a lot of kind of bouncing around with his butt.
I'll get excited about like something I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
and I'll kind of like wiggle like my tushy around and like just like get really excited and it will essentially garrote my butt.
A garrote?
Yeah, like garage. Like in like 3 Days of the Condor or something. There's
like piano wire.
It almost happened to
yeah.
Austin Powers. Random Task almost did this to Austin Powers.
I don't associate that with like razor blades in your couch though. The garage. I guess.
Garrote, is this an acronym?
It could be.
Yeah.
Good riddance, old.
Tushy.
Get it? Yeah.
Tushy.
Old Tushy. Yeah. Good.
Yeah. I'm replacing you because of the razors. Great.
That's closer to spelling Groot there than garage. But
yeah, my bad.
No. It's never a bad thing to spell Groot.
Agreed. So guys,
I'll talk about what I'm sitting in.
Please.
Also from a sponsor, just the audience probably going to be like, is Sean going to say anything? It also from a sponsor, not from Harry's Razors, but also from a European sponsor. This is a snooze chair.
Mm-hmm.
So
snooze?
This is it's reclaimed snooze.
Mm-hmm.
Snooze? Like, is this an animal?
Snooze. It may be in addition to being a delightful smokeless tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
You keep it cold and then you go ahead and tuck it into your cheek and you're going to get a nice buzz on, pleasant flavor. And after that, a lot of people were just throwing it out. Snooze had the presence of mind to, for some of their best spokespeople, shove the used tobacco product into like a plastic pouch, and now I sit on it
like a giant beanbag of chewed up tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And how does this smell, Sean?
I've gotten pretty used to it. I guess if you were walking in for the first time, you would say that it smells kind of like shit because it's not great. It's the breath of people who use smokeless tobacco products that primarily is making up the odor, combined with the plastic and a great deal of time to decay.
It sounds, and is there a promo code just for anyone listening?
Yeah, absolutely. Snooze Doggy 20. Type that in. There's not a space for it, but if you just go to the website and start typing, they'll know what you mean.
It autofills the promo code.
They could feel it.
Mm-hmm. They smell it. Once you get to Snooze D, they know the Augie 20 comes next.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So I made a mistake. It was not Random Task that tried to garrote
number 2.
It was not number 2. Although
Lucky
eventually
Charms.
Austin did ask. His name is not Lucky Charms. His name is Patty O'Brien. He does have a charm bracelet that he calls his Lucky Charms. And he says that Scotland Yard is after his Lucky Charms. But he is not familiar with the cereal, it turns out.
Patty O'Brien feels like a miss on those names.
Totally.
Shouldn't it have been at least
names.
like patio furniture or something? Like
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I feel like that would have fit more with Fat Bastard Gold Member Random Task.
Yes.
A lot
His
of
name
vagina.
should have been Patty O'Furniture.
That is very good. That is excellent.
Flula, you've been trying to say something, to share your a story of yours. Go ahead.
Sorry. Could you can read it from the energy?
Yeah, I can tell.
I can
that
feel it.
really,
You're frustrated with me.
I can tell that you
No,
want to share.
Sean. No, Sean. The frustration you feel is just pure jealousy because of your snoozy chair, and I just. While we were speaking earlier, I was looking online and I did try Snooze Doggy 20 as the promo code. It did not go through, so it's more just as a FOMO.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
and that
we can definitely put in a word. I don't think it's gonna make that much difference.
okay.
There is a little,
Yeah. No, please.
When you type the code, your camera activates. Of course, your camera's already on, so that makes
Yes.
it a little easier.
Yeah.
And they kind of like check you out to see if you'll fit in the chair. Obviously, like given what it's made out of, it's like a very specific body. They can't like change the chair for like certain body types. Yeah.
Okay. And and just to conclude, that was my story.
Oh, wow.
That was the whole. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Flula, last time you were on the show, we talked about formats.
We did? Floor mats?
This is formats.
You've got your car on the brain, friend. No, it's formats. So we, obviously, America's out of ideas. All the shows you see are foreign shows. They're just, they've been, know, the name has been translated, but basically every show. The Office.
Oh, La Oficina. Yeah.
Yeah, La Oficina.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh,
was, of course, Madrid Nueve.
Nueve. Everybody knows. Yeah.
Welcome to Sweden was Get Out of Sweden.
It's what it was.
And so,
yeah,
last time we talked about some German formats that we could adapt. We did them. We ran through them.
That's a great test.
This is all
we
pre-COVID.
burned through. They're done. Those are used up. We had it was a great experience for us. We need more. We need more.
Okay, great. From me right now.
Yeah, just what's hot, what's been new on the German TV scene. Give us some ideas and we'll work our magic and three of us can, co-create these things.
Doesn't have to be right now. We can sit quietly for 10, 15 minutes.
15 minutes, 20 minutes. I won't bother you. I'll go on mute. I'm stuck on this yesterday's crossword puzzle.
Oh, what's your question?
Let's see. Let's find one. That would be embarrassing.
I can. Okay. Well, while you look, go.
Stuck up couples at a wedding, and it's got a question mark afterwards. Now the first four letters are cake.
Oh, they're stuck up. They're cake toppers.
Yes, I know. It toppers.
Toppers. Cake
toppers.
Yes, cake toppers.
Cake toppers.
Like, what are they calling this?
Cake toppers, roof cake roof, cake atop.
So cake toppers did work, but I don't want to. I don't want to discourage you, Flula, from finding an even better correct answer.
No, as they say on the postal list, if it fits, it ships. Let's do this.
That was another format, like Cake Boss. Of course, the original version, the Spanish version was cake tapas. Cake tapas
is all cold, all small, and then only after 4 p.m.
And just like little prosciutto wrapped cakes, and the hambone.
Oh, hambone was big.
And salty cake.
There is a show. It's right now only in Bayern. It's a very regional show called Spaghetti Rudi. Currently, and Spaghetti Rudi. It does sound good. It sounds like what you would think is spaghetti, but there's no pasta in the show.
Don't have to be, yeah.
No,
I wasn't thinking there would be.
Oh, great! Because Rudi, who is your protagonist,
Rudi's the guy.
Rudi is the man. Rudi, it's a show of. It's always one shot. There's no cuts, and it's
that's
just
good for production.
Very cheap. And it's Rudi he's walking around the block, and he goes and he makes a right, and then he goes 50 meters and makes a right, and then he goes 30 meters and makes a right, and then he goes 10 meters and makes a right, and then he goes 2 meters and makes a left.
Can I ask, what makes Rudi so spaghetti?
Thank you.
It's a fair question.
I'm just wondering because I love that there's no spaghetti in the show. I love that. I love Rudi. This is a guy I can root for. Who among us hasn't gone 50 meters, taken a right,
Well-
another 50 meters, taken a right, gone 10 meters, taken a right, gone 2 meters, taken a left.
Taking a left.
There's
Yeah.
there's no one in my life that doesn't have, if not that story, a similar story that they can map onto Hootie's experience.
Yes.
What I'm wondering is, I walk into your Peacocks, right? Your
Paramount
Shudders,
Pluses. Your
right?
Shudders.
And I say, hey, I've got this show, and they go, why is it called Spaghetti Hootie? I have to have an answer.
Well,
I can't say because I stole it.
Mm-hmm.
the answer is in the beginning of the show, as Rudy is walking, right when you think he will walk straight for an additional 51 meters, but on the ground of the street there are 2 noodles, and so he observes those and he makes a right, and that's
But they're not spaghetti noodles.
Not
because,
spaghetti noodles.
Of course,
not spaghetti
it's-
noodles. No, it's
Yeah, we have
penne.
to say it's penne.
It's penne. It's
Penne.
penne. Yeah,
My,
but,
oh my.
But the writers they don't, some people don't know different like dog species. They only know like greyhound, bloodhound, poodle. The writers only knew
Just the
spaghetti,
big 3.
macaroni.
These are and like this
2
is
hounds and a
Americans
pood.
too. Americans
Yeah.
like they see all these different pasta and it's just they think it's all spaghetti.
All spaghetti.
Yeah.
All spaghetti. Yeah. So, so that's my theory is it's called spaghetti Rudy because of the pasta right prior to the
Okay.
first turn.
That makes
That'll
sense
help.
if there's pasta in there. I
I've
could tell 'em
traveled
that.
and so I know there's the linguinano. There's the
Oh.
tortellano.
Tortellano, very good.
There's the
Yeah.
farfaloche.
That's good.
I have not been allowed to travel,
Oh,
but
Okay.
even just from reading, and I love to read. It's such an escape for me. I know.
yes, I love that.
There's smackaroonie.
Yes.
Isn't there
and-
smackaroonie?
there's
Right.
there's a subset Ulbus macaroni, which is very good.
Ulbus macaroni.
The smackaroonie. Yes.
Yeah. And there's Ungelhoher Pasta, which is also very good.
Kevin, pasta picks, go.
CD.
Sorry?
CD. And of course it's
CD.
it's and of course it's partner ZD-ROM.
CD-ROM.
Okay, formats. We did Spaghetti Hootie.
Spaghetti Rudy done. Very good. I think has a lot of potential for franchise.
The profit margins have
franchising.
got to be insane if you can get
Yeah.
that off the ground, because I don't know how you could actually tell if I was playing the same episode again. Does Hootie talk?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. So
What
does
are
he
we
change
on?
clothes? If
What
he
are
changes
we, like-
clothes, yeah.
Are we on Face? Are we watching?
Well,
is it like
we
the
gotta see the
Travolta
noodles.
shot where
Well,
we're
it's well, this is it's a CSI situation, so like
like watching? You're
it's
going
like-
through his insides.
Well, no, so like the first CSI is just a man you are following Hoodie as he goes at his on trails, and then like the CSI Miami, it is the same trail, but now it's just from behind.
Okay, that is.
And then,
I guess that is what they did between CSI and CSI Miami.
Yeah, they got
CSI
behind the
Miami
guy.
was all behind. Yeah,
Just
okay.
different
Yeah.
angle, and then CSI, I don't know what is it, Topeka is like he's just it's
Honestly,
a GoPro on the chat.
to sell it in this country, if
GoPro.
we're going to be behind him, we probably got to give this guy a fake butt.
Let's do it. I know he would be open to it.
He's going to, just because of the way.
Well,
Again, I like
he's-
to read, so I don't watch the keeping up with the cardouche bags or whatever this stuff is.
Wow,
But
shot fired.
to me,
Wow.
it's like I know what sells on TV, and Hootie,
Yep.
if he wants to make the leap to American television, we're going to need to put this guy in a big fake butt.
Gotta put the booty on that man. Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, that's fine. I know he would be open to it. He and I have been speaking a little bit, so I'll text him about his anus and see if he's up, if he's into it.
I don't know that the anus. Yeah. I don't know if the anus is even really gonna be visible the way I was, but I forget I said that. Let's not speak. Let's wait and see where it lands, because if we are on,
I want to stop this down. I just want to
or-
make sure that we're in okay territory here.
Yeah.
I do my research.
Yeah,
We've got a week to prep for this stuff, and so I'm basically in the archives. I'm in the library. I'm blowing the dust off, and I'm researching.
Yeah.
We talked about this fake butt.
Mm-hmm.
And I am reading in GQ, Good Questions magazine.
Good questions.
That Flula, he actually declined a fake butt cushion. And that's in the headline. It's in the headline. It says, the real life diet of Flula Borg, who declined butt cushions to fill out his Suicide Squad costume. And it's by Danielle.
Danielle, I told Danielle about. I didn't shove anything into my anus for the.
That's not what
suicides.
but that's not what this is.
Again, yeah, I feel like we have two different ideas of what would constitute a fake butt.
And so now I wonder. I don't know if this came up in the interview. In fact, I don't think it did. But I think that is maybe that's maybe the impasse that we're facing.
This is an interesting philosophical idea, though. What does make a butt? I've always thought so much about the two cheeks, and that to me was the butt. But to Flula, it seems like, and I can't tell him he's wrong, the butt is the internal mechanism through which waste can be expelled.
For me, the anus is this hole from where all of the things can go in or out.
Soul of the butt, yes.
Yeah, it can go in and out with depending on your activity.
And without an anus, is it even a butt?
Hello,
is it a butt?
Hello,
right?
Yates said it. And so so I would say the anus also includes these cushies for the pushies. And everything, below and behind your penis or vagina.
And the pushies in this case is the push-in shot.
Slow push, yeah.
During Rudy's walk. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin?
Yeah.
What, since obviously you don't have to take notes, since obviously you have perfect memory, photographic memory.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Do you want to say, what did we just talk? What format was that? So we can actually use this, and so this can actually be a worthwhile way that we spent our time.
So that we didn't just waste all of Flula's time.
Please be our one sheet, Kevin.
I would say it's a reverse pushy close-up dramedy.
Reverse pushy?
Reverse pushy.
So we shoot it. We shoot it in reverse.
We shoot it in reverse. We play the footage in reverse.
Both.
Okay.
Rudy's walking backwards.
That could be useful actually, because it's going to be getting dark during the shot, and so during
we're going to be going
we shoot it backwards.
Day.
It's actually getting brighter.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Rather than darker.
Than darker. Yeah, it's a metaphor. Yeah, WYSIWYG.
Yeah,
I like it.
Closer you get to the.
Okay, we need, but we need this other format. We need more formats.
Yes. There's another show called "Is It a Train?" And in the show, what happens is, Hayes, what's happening? What is on your fingers, Hayes? Who is it?
This
Look
is
how
maybe
big
a
it is.
show.
Look how big it is.
Ant hand.
Oh, Ant hand is a very
Is that a very popular format?
Yes, it's part of the horse. Yeah, it's a part of the extended universe.
As you can see, I'm a fan of Ant hand. The man who can make his head very small or very big, like an ant.
Mm-hmm. And that's it.
I am curious about. He doesn't use his abilities very often in the show. And I guess I'm curious. I'm behind. They haven't released all of Ant Hand in the States yet.
We're like a full season behind here.
You're a whole season behind.
Yeah.
You're season 3. You're season 3 right now.
We're season 3. He's getting divorced.
Oh,
He is
no.
divorced. He just got
He's
divorced.
He
He
just
just got
it just
divorced.
finalized it. He made his hand really small to sign the paperwork.
Yeah, exactly.
So
And that's how you
wanted
knew
his
he was
signature to be
sad.
small. Yeah,
That he
exactly.
actually didn't want to get divorced because he was like, my hand is so small you can barely even see the signature.
Yeah. That was
What-
a great cliffhanger.
But what, like, I guess other than that, is there like superhero, like, is he actually like using this power in any?
And it
like,
was really the
meaningful
first
way?
time I think we had seen him use
Yeah.
the power. Was what surprised me that we were 3 seasons deep, or 2.5, and I hadn't seen him shrink or grow his hand. And then really, you don't even see it happen in the show. What happens is he sends the paperwork back to his wife. She goes, "Hey, you didn't sign this." He goes, "Yes, I did. Look again." And she gets out a magnifying glass and sees that there's a very tiny signature. And she goes, "Wow, you must have been really sad to sign it this small."
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You
That-
never see his hands. This is the weirdest part
I
of
know,
Ant-Man.
yeah.
Not
They're
one
so
time
small.
you never see the hands. So
They're either
Well, they
too
can
small
be
to
small.
see, or weirdly like too huge to see.
too
Or
big.
they're normal.
Or the normal is another option. Yeah, it's one of those three.
Okay.
So yes, hand. And there's
So in the next
motorcycle-
season,
yeah.
does he grow his hands or shrink them at all? Just if you're ahead of us, I know some people won't want to get spoiled, but I'm not sure I want to keep watching if he doesn't use it at least one more time.
Do you want to know? I can tell you.
I'd like Hayes. You can take your headphones off or something if you don't want to know.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go away.
Okay, Hayes is gone. Okay, so Sean, what happens is episode 7 of season 4. It's the scene. It's a whole episode about applause, and so
Okay.
the first 25 minutes is just a rock concert. It's a very long song. It's like
Is it a
Inagata
band,
Defeat.
real band, or is it a band that was invented for the show?
It's exactly this. They're called Steel Butterfly. It's an Iron Butterfly cover band singing Inagata Davida. And then you can see it's just panting into Ant-Han's face because he knows at the end he will have to clap. And we are waiting. And so it's a very long push. It's like that scene at the end of The Third Man, when they're walking away from that automobile, except it's pushing into his hands. And then he begins to clap. And just like with the
I think
Sopranos,
you're thinking of 3 Men and a Baby.
3 Men and... Oh, right, because he was holding the baby, and then the baby started to make that sound.
And then the
was
ghost
choking.
came in.
The
And there was
ghost
a
came
ghost
in.
there.
And Whoopi Goldberg was there. That's right.
Yes. But anyway, no, you just said The
oh.
Third Man, which I don't think is a movie.
I'm not certain.
Yeah. But
so-
anyway, yeah.
And then right, just like in The Sopranos, when Tony is assassinated, we don't see it or smell it. Just when you see Ant-Han, he wants to clap.
Sopranos, yeah.
Sopranos.
Yeah.
The ant went inside my computer. You must really
did.
love my podcast.
Oh, subscribe, little boy.
Must be a fan. You don't have to go all the way there. You just listen like everyone else. It's free.
Oh, cutie.
Some of it's free.
Oh, right.
Spaghetti cutie
Cutie. Spaghetti Cutie is a great...
for the American.
That for the American
version.
audience to know
Yeah.
that he's cute.
Yeah, Rudy Cutie. Spaghetti Cutie works. That works. It's strong.
Cutie.
Spaghetti Cutie. Is it Q? So letters Q and T, like Spaghetti QuickTime?
Okay, QuickTime. I mean, QuickTime is so big now.
Deep pockets.
Really big.
I think we
Deep
gotta
pockets.
take advantage. We gotta ride this wave to the shore. You know what I mean?
Agree with it.
They
Agree with
just hit the scene and they hit it with a splash.
it.
QuickTime.
Wow.
I haven't seen a premiere like this since. And then Kevin, what I'll have to do is come up with like some kind of big premiere.
Well, since Adobe Premiere,
Adobe Premiere. Big time.
which
There's
was,
not been a bigger.
which is,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Since
think it's,
Adobe Premiere, and
it
Kevin
does a
put
lot
that
of the
in at
same
end of
stuff. It, like
Yeah.
it was also that was huge when that came
Oh,
out. And then QuickTime
it,
showed up.
yeah.
Bam.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah.
Boop, boop.
Just like the Bing of Google.
boop.
Yeah. Boop, boop, boop.
Boop, boop.
Hardcore.
Let's do format 3. Sean, what's
is it a train? Did we talk about Is It a Train last time?
Oh, I think
Perhaps.
we might have. I think we might have talked about and made Is It a Train?
You sold it.
We sold it. We shot it.
We sold it in the
made
room.
it.
We shot it in the room.
In the room.
We sold it in the room and we shot it in the room. We made it in the room. It aired and was canceled in the room.
In the room. Amazing.
Yeah. The room saw a lot of action that day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a ride.
And we
That's-
said all we had to say.
Okay.
This one is for. We need a show for HDMI port number 2. You know how all these other shows are on HDMI port 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
3 if they're like weird shows.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
need a show that is not so niche that it's for the complete freaks who use HDMI port 3.
Yeah.
But we don't want to do this like mainstream candy coated, like just dumbed down HDMI port 1 stuff.
Blah.
I want to do
Yeah, yeah.
smart. I want to do smart comedy
Yep.
that has
Yep.
something to say that doesn't mind if it loses some of the lowest common denominator audience.
And this is for you know how every time you try to put the HDMI cable in, no matter what way you try to put it in, it's the wrong way.
Yep.
I know it.
For this show, you do have to keep trying, and you do have to get it in that way.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Like you have
Do
to
it
really,
backwards.
really push, and you have to get it in there. But once
Then
you're in,
this
you'll be able to
show.
watch this show.
Oh, there's a show only in Stuttgart called Flip It, Flop It, Don't Stop It.
Okay.
And it's a show that I think we could carry over to
Stuttgart
the Stuttgart show. We could carry it over to HDMI port 3 and 2. Flip It, Flop It, Don't Stop It. It's actually it's an intercourse show, but you can't see anything. It's all in the dark.
So it's an
And so-
intercourse show. So you say that's in your mind, that's a type of show.
It's a genre, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So it's an intercourse show.
Dark
You
Yes.
can't
intercourse.
see. You can't see anything.
No. So it's beautiful in that like with Spaghetti Hootie, there's no sound. With Flip It, Flop It, Don't Stop It, there's no video. So it can be produced very cheap. I think it would be very good for all ports, airports, car ports, and HDMI. All the ports would enjoy it. Flip it, flop it, don't stop it.
Don't stop
Okay.
it. So it's and is this what they're saying while they make love?
That's it. Yeah, it's flip. Yeah, it's only. And
Okay.
then
Now you
someone.
just disappeared for a second. Did you?
I was wanting to give you a preview of Flip It, Flop It, Don't Stop
Okay.
It.
So you
yeah,
had
so there's
you
nothing
had
there.
intercourse.
During that
briefly,
time.
a very brief. Yeah, I flipped it. I didn't flop it.
I
Okay.
think I actually have seen an episode of this, and it was a little concerning. Or I say I've seen it. I mean, really, what I
Yeah.
did was I heard it, but
You heard it. Yeah.
but I was trying to force the HDMI port in the wrong way. Of course, it was in German because I was watching the Stuttgart version. We would translate it, but to translate it for you guys now, it sounded a little like this. Flip it. Flop it. No, don't stop it.
That was perfect. Yeah.
So it does always end with I don't know exactly what's going on for him. Is he like is something hurting him or is he ejaculating prematurely?
Well, this is part of the fun of the show. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and the last thing is always like, now let's see what happens. But then the show ends.
And then
So I
it
guess
just
the question
credits her. Yeah.
for this is: do we do dubs or subs for the original German? You know, because like we can take the entire visual feed of this
Yes,
and
you
just like put the just import that for this format.
Yeah.
But do
I
we
would-
do dubs? Do we do subs? Or we do scrubs?
I would say, well, I don't want no scrubs. I would say you do
Okay.
dubs and subs is how I would do it. Dubs and subs. and then maybe some hubs.
Hubs. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, have you heard of the Hubble telescope?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a few. That's a slang in German Hollywood. It's for
Hey,
close
this is a big telescope. This thing is massive,
It's
dog.
a big boy. It's a big
This
boy,
one-
big boy.
You really want to when you want to look at the
That Lebowski.
sun, when you want to look directly into the
When
sun.
you want to get all the way up in space.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll do dubs and subs, some flubs.
When you want to hit the back walls of space.
Yes. That's science.
No, I
fucking love science.
I
dude.
fucking love science, dude. I want all I want to do is grab the Hubble telescope and just blow Jupiter's back out, man. That's my weekend.
Okay, Kevin. Since you have this amazing memory, go back through the last. We just did 3 formats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did we do? What did we cover?
The Sud stuff.
Suds?
Yeah, the
Okay.
car wash show.
I don't think we talked about
What?
suds. Did we do?
Oh, well,
car
it's
wash
funny you
show?
guys bring that up because I had an idea of doing a show in the car wash.
Oh.
First ever car wash show.
That was elegant, this segue.
Okay.
Kevin.
Car wash karaoke. You can't hear them singing.
Car wash karaoke.
Car
The
wash
machinery
karaoke
is
is
so
good.
loud.
It's good.
That could be
Yeah.
cool. I don't want to step on yours, Kevin. That just came to
that
me
was
and I
it. That
realized
was it.
I
I'd
don't
like
love
to-
how well I can hear them in the carpool.
I'd like to
karaoke.
change some of the culture around this because I did one the other day where I was not putting the car in neutral. I did leave it in drive.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they made me feel about that
Yeah.
was actually pretty toxic. The whole environment there was like very judgmental,
Yeah.
very kind of regressive in its
Yeah.
approach to basically that we live in the 21st century now and people handle things in different ways. And so it's actually okay if you leave the car and drive.
It's a personal. We're talking about personal choice, and we're
Personal
talking
choice,
about
personal
and
freedom.
it's
Yes.
such a slippery slope from
Yes.
making people put their car in neutral to go into the car wash when they want to have it in drive
Yep.
to suddenly we're all getting killed with bullets by the president and he's got a fucking submachine gun. Joe Biden is fucking parachuting down into my living room with a submachine gun and riddling my body with bullets, blasting me to a bloody pulp. And I'm like, and I sign a paper and I say, thank you. That's
Yeah.
now the country. No thanks.
Well-
I'll actually leave it in drive, thanks. And I will fill the car wash system with exhaust and I will wreck the machines and I will
Just
hurt my
blast
car.
through there.
It's my car. Operative word is my. I bought the car and I can fucking leave it in drive and make everything get broken.
Freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom.
It's choice. It's literally a choice you make.
It's choice.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
same
choice.
word in every language. There's a reason for that.
What's the word?
Freedom. It's the same word in every language.
Oh, no, it's Freiheit in German.
Freiheit.
No, Freiheit. Heit, like in the
Freiheit.
heights.
Freiheit.
Freiheit.
Mhm.
Freiheit. Yeah.
Like in the
Freedom.
heights. Okay.
Freedom. Freiheit. Freedom
Freedom.
fries.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Freiheit.
Freiheit. Hayes, do you want me to tell you what happens with Tiny Hand? What's his name? Hand job?
Hand.
I think I am
Ant.
ready to learn about ant hand.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because the ant is in my computer and is kind of like
In there.
making the show about whatever it wants.
The
But-
ant has been responsible for the last several minutes of content.
It definitely does want to hear more about the show Ant Hand.
Well, I'll just tell you, there's an episode where there's applause that's happening, Hayes.
Okay.
But we don't know when.
No, I've
applause-
heard this part. Should I leave?
Okay, so he has to applaud. Okay, I can see how that.
Sean is
would-
left. Good. So Hayes,
Okay.
it's a scene where during the entire episode, a band called Steel Butterflies playing a song by sounds like Inagada Davida, very
Okay.
long, and then it's a pan into Ant Hand's face, and he's stressy. He's very sweaty because he knows at the end of the song he will have to applause, and we will finally see his hands.
Okay, so that's right. So he has his tiny hands,
Tiny
and
we think.
I heard this. My roommate was watching in the other room.
Oh,
We used to be married, but
sorry about that. Yeah.
and I heard the episode, and it sounded like a tiny crystal bell, and so that's what it sounds like when Ant Hand
Yes.
applauds.
It sounds like a small Kristen bell.
It
Exactly.
was so
It's
beautiful.
like a scene from Frozen.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to know where we can find you.
I'm currently in an automobile.
Okay.
This is West Hollywood,
Okay.
somewhere in West
We'll
Hollywood.
send someone. We'll send someone right now, okay?
Please let me know.
Don't go
move.
anywhere, okay?
Don't move.
Do not move, okay?
I'm not
We're
going
on
anywhere
our
with
way.
my key lime LaCroix to hydrate me, and also a large empty water container to urinate in for several hours.
Okay, we're going to send someone. Kevin, we're going to send someone out right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go
Okay.
right now. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, okay, bye.